What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another MIDI preview. I'm filming this on the release date of the post-hardcore MIDI pack, which, well, came out today. And we are going to dive straight into it and see what is included. Post-hardcore, can be called emo, screamo. Some call it mathcore. Might even go stretch it and call it alternative rock if you choose to, or post metal. But that's kind of the name of the game in the pack here. And I'm just going to show you examples of what is included in this pack. So without further ado, let's dive into it. Post-hardcore emo breakdown 04. So like very, very airy kind of Yep, you could, reminds me of the MySpace era bands a lot, like Under Oath and that kind of stuff. So you got a whole bunch of variations. 15 variations of this. Chaotic breakdown. Oh yeah. Getting into the real like screamo zone. Cool. So you got, the cymbals get less busy and more busy, depending on the intensity of the beat. And you can kind of see through it. 8 on the floor, so the kick's kind of keeping it busy, important groove. So this would be kind of like the build-up to a section very popular in a field of hardcore and punk and emo. Oh yes. Yet another emo breakdown. So this would be hate the word default, but you could do a lot of stuff with this. But and you get a whole lot of 15 variations of this. All different cymbals, ride, crash, hi-hat, toms. So it's very like cymbal heavy. Or by cymbal heavy, I mean like crash. So not a whole lot of like ride bell and stuff going on up in here. Upbeat. So yeah, this is the going into town kind of groove. Self-explanatory, ride, crash, the same thing. Pretty cool. 14 variations of that. Reverse emo breakdown. Let's see what that is. Okay, so it's like, so the snare's on the 1 and 3. And the same thing, the one with crash. Cool. And then there's some beats with China. Nice. Screamo breakdown. So this would be getting more into the, I wouldn't really call it math because it's just basic 4/4, but it's kind of not exactly the straightest groove, if you know what I mean. Yeah, and there's a lot of snare flams, so this is very, genre typical. And wanted to make sure that if you're getting post-hardcore you're actually getting post-hardcore grooves, not just some weird grooves, and then there's a label, sell it, and I'm not about that. I want authentic, genre-specific grooves when I make these. Reverse breakdown. Let's see what that is. Okay, yeah, it's another form of super cool. Yeah, and if you're writing in like post metal or anything alternative, I'm guessing like what the hell is that band? Neurosis kind of stuff. Maybe a little bit slower. This could also work for you, or any post metal. Just emo Backbeat 02. It's a very straight into business, kind of groove. Okay, now we're getting into the mathcore reverse beat. This is what when you're like, very like, I'm thinking bands like Norma Jean and Staff, or if you subscribe to the Mathcore Index back in the day, they would literally have bands like that do this. Typically from the Midwest, I don't know, like Kansas, Oklahoma. But that is up to your interpretation. What is Midwest? Is it west of Illinois, or is Detroit considered Midwest? I don't know. I would call it Great Lakes. It's Great Lakes over here. So 14 variations of that. Screamo, upbeat. Okay, now we're cranking up the tempo a little bit. Again, nothing too crazy, just sheer aggression. We got 17 variations of this. It's not rocket science. It's just pure post-hardcore. That is the post-hardcore MIDI pack by Loudstakk, and it's quite a collection of grooves. All of these grooves are very useful for various different genres. So if you're not looking to recreate and resurrect your MySpace era musical projects, don't worry. These will definitely work with something else. Just very straightforward and a lot of cymbals, a lot of flames, a lot of aggression. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.